Ayo friendos, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering 10 of my favorite fragrances that you can buy at Sephora. Now, in planning for this video, I was going to do around 25. However, a lot of my favorite fragrances have been removed from the site. The same was true with my favorite makeup. So today in my short list, we're still going to hit a lot of different fragrance groups. We're going to talk about fruity scents. We're going to talk about woody scents. We're going to talk about citrusy, floral, gourmand. We're going to talk about a lot, and you guys are going to like this because we're not just going to be talking about luxury and high end. There's also some very affordable choices on this list. So if you want to hear more about products from Sephora, please go ahead and hit subscribe, and we're going to get into this video. Okay guys, just stay tuned. Okay, so before we get into this video, I just kind of wanted to address the elephant in the room. I have been blessed, and part of this is because I am a small creator. I'm a micro influencer, if you will, that I don't get as many crazies in my comment section as some of the more well-known YouTubers that I watch. Oh my Lord. The comments over the Sephora sale has been something else. And it's not just people in the comment section, it's actually creators too. Criticizing the sale, criticizing those who buy from the sale. So just to clear the air, I don't think anyone is stupid for wanting to capitalize on the Sephora sale specifically. Yes, will there be better sales? Most likely on the products that you are interested in that you could buy elsewhere from Sephora but are also available on Sephora? Most likely, yes. We don't know that for sure, but a lot of people trust Sephora. They want to buy from Sephora. Maybe they have a Sephora gift card. Maybe they just prefer their shipping or their customer service. I don't think anyone who chooses to buy from the sale is an idiot. I also don't think that everyone who promotes the sale is just trying to make a quick buck off their followers. These are their genuine recommendations, and for those hoping to purchase from the sale, well, this is their opportunity to buy at a slightly discounted price. I don't think that everyone who promotes the sale is acting maliciously, and I just want to throw it out there today that I don't have any affiliate codes for Sephora at this time. I've not signed up to be an affiliate. So all the fragrances that I'm talking about, they're just what I like that was available at Sephora. And just because someone does have affiliate links doesn't mean that they're trying to push you into making a bad decision for their own personal gain. I just feel like the sale this year has gotten such a bad rap, so I just wanted to clear the air on that. Now for the fun, happy times of me talking about perfumes. And go. So guys, these are in no particular order of favorites. However, this one you guys already know that I love. It is Versace Ross. If I were to get married tomorrow, I would be wearing that perfume. It has been decided. It has long been decided. So this is a perfume that smells just very fresh but sexy at the same time. So you're going to have citrusy notes, fruity notes, a little bit of floral, and then a little bit of musk. I like that little touch of musk at the end. So one of my favorite fragrance ingredients, whether it be in perfumes, whether it be in candles and soaps, what have you, I really like currants. This particular perfume has white currant, it has raspberry, it has freesia, magnolia, lots of scents that I like, and again, with a little touch of musk at the end. This one also lasts a very long time on my skin, and I feel like it has a decent output. People 2 or 3 feet away from me are going to smell it when I have 2 or 3 sprays on. On me, it lasts a good 8 hours. So if you do like something that is both fresh and sexy at the same time, definitely try out a sample, go into Sephora, see if it's something that you like, and if so, now's your time to purchase. Now next on our list is Nest Wild Poppy. Now you guys may have seen my Sephora favorites perfume set unboxing where I chose my favorite fragrance out of all of them, and the one I chose was Wild Poppy. Now what I really like about Wild Poppy is it's a floral that's appropriate for this time of year. So sadly there is no actual poppy in this fragrance. Not surprising considering it's from Nest. Me and Nest on the ordinary, we're not really best friends. I feel like a lot of time they just put a huge concentration of what smells like really cheap fragrance into a scent. So it was really surprising that I chose this as my favorite, but I really have been loving this one. In addition to Rose de Grace, you also get some pear, and there's definitely a woody note in there, but they don't disclose that. It almost smells like an apple orchard there at the end. But yeah, I have really been enjoying that this fall. Again, it's just like Versace Ross, where I feel like it lasts a good 8 hours, and then 3 sprays, people will be able to smell you from 3 feet on. Next up is probably the most expensive perfume on my list, and that is Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. So this is one of my favorite gourmand fragrances of all time. You have that Coco de Mer, that nice milky coconut scent. You have a little bit of pistachio in there. You've got some tuberose. You've got jasmine. You've got cardamom and pink pepper, which that's another thing that pink pepper is one of my other just favorite all-time notes that I like in fragrance. You've also got some amber. You've got some tonka bean. But if you're wondering, is this pure gourmand? It's really not. You spray it on and it's sort of like all these flavors mix really well so that nothing is very distinct about it. It's kind of like in Mexican cooking. Like a mole done right, it has tons of different ingredients, but none of them are specifically identifiable. So when you spray this on, people don't come up to you and be like, oh, you're wearing a coconut fragrance, or oh, you're wearing a spicy fragrance, or is that pistachio? No. This has some of the same fragrance characteristics as the Sol de Janeiro number 62, but you can just tell it's a little bit more upscale, and the different ingredients in Sol de Janeiro are more pronounced and they're more easily identifiable. Also, this is one that will last me forever. So I can spray this on and it lasts a good 12 to 14 hours on myself. However, it's not very potent. Outside of 4 feet, no one is going to be able to smell me. And that's kind of what I prefer. I don't like a very robust scent where people 6 feet away or people know that I've entered the room as soon as I get there. That's just not me. Okay, guys, moving on to the next. Now, the next fragrance is one that we discovered together in a Dead Cool set that I got from Sephora. And you guys have heard me go on and on about it. It is Madonna Lily from Dead Cool. Dead Cool as a brand just has this vibe that is youthful, it's new, it's fresh, it's exciting, and it's just so unique for this time period. So this is going to be a clean scent, and I mean clean at Sephora, but this doesn't necessarily smell clean. In this fragrance, you'll get notes of black pepper, which again, I love. Pepper and fragrance, so good. This one is also masculine. Don't let the name Madonna Lily fool you. There's no floral vibes in this perfume. You're gonna get moss, you're gonna get cardamom, you're gonna get sandalwood, you're gonna get bergamot, and you're gonna get a little touch of amber in there as well. And although I feel like this one leans a little bit masculine, I still love it. And I even told you about that very direct compliment that man gave me on the fragrance that I was wearing. I'm just saying, if there was ever a fragrance to attract a mate, I feel like this is it. Now, this next scent is also from Dead Cool. And this is one that I would say would be your safe bet if you are wanting to try out the Dead Cool brand, but you haven't tried anything from them. This one leans a little bit more femme. You're gonna get some red berries in this scent. You're gonna get some citrus and some gardenia, but it's not a strong citrus smell. What I'm talking about is Red Dakota. Now, spoiler alert, I like this fragrance so much that I literally just ordered the detergent, which is just detergent, so that I can wash my clothes in it. They didn't have it in Madonna Lily, or I would have gone with Madonna Lily, but Red Dakota is my second favorite from the line. So this next one is super affordable and it's very popular. I'm not the only one in the world who loves this fragrance. A lot of people do. This is a wonderful gourmand for every time of the year. And like I said, it's very comparable to Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. I'm talking about the Sol de Janeiro number 62. I believe this is called the Cheirosa. I don't speak Portuguese. But getting into it, the one that I'm talking about is not the one in the glass bottle. I'm talking the one in the plastic bottle. The one in the glass bottle with the golden top, they kind of screwed it up. I'm sorry, they screwed it up. There's something wrong with it. It doesn't last very long. Whereas the one in the cheapy little spray bottle lasts all day, smells great, and it has better potency. So this one's going to be the sweetest of all the gourmands and really all the perfumes that I mentioned to you guys in this video, I think. Pretty sure this one's the sweetest. So what really comes through is the rich, nutty flavors. You've got pistachios, you've got almonds, you've got caramel, a little hint of vanilla, some heliotrope, and sandalwood. It is just a divine fragrance in a little cheapy bottle that will just amaze you. If you've never tried it before, it's definitely worth a trip to Sephora to go and try out a sample and test it on your skin. And this one is very feminine. I know I compared it to the Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. Soleil Blanc can be worn by men or women. It's very gender neutral. I mean, of course, you can just do whatever you want anyways. But you know what I mean. It's intended to be gender neutral. Whereas this one is intended for les femmes. So this next fragrance is probably one of the most popular fragrances of all time. I'm talking about Black Opium. I can't tell you how many of these little bottles I have just around this room in here. It's one that I am frequently gifted. It always comes in gift sets, whether or not I'm buying for myself or someone has bought for me. I haven't bought a full-size bottle in forever just because I have so many of these, but I love them. So in this, you get coffee, you get pink pepper, you get a little bit of orange blossom, you get a little bit of cashmere, a little bit of licorice. It's one of those where no one smells it and they're like, oh, coffee. Unless they're like a really trained nose. You know, sometimes the nose knows. But someone who's not into perfumes, they aren't gonna smell this on you and think that you spilled coffee on yourself. But still, it has that rich, bold aroma that coffee brings. And then you mix it with the other ingredients and it's just delightful. There's also a little hint of vanilla in there. So definitely leans on the gourmand side of things. And a wonderful, wonderful fragrance for fall and these winter months. Worth mentioning, there is patchouli in this. If you don't like patchouli, you won't like this fragrance, but this is a very nice patchouli. So this next fragrance is so fun, especially because the bottle looks like a decanter. You probably already know what I'm talking about. It is, of course, the Killian Apple Brandy. Now, if you are a fruity lover, you're really gonna like this one. It's got a nice dose of apple. You've got that liqueur. The liqueur kind of dries down on the skin. You don't smell that after hours and hours of wear, but you get those wonderful warm notes accompanied by a very finely formulated vanilla. I don't always gravitate towards strongly vanilla scents, and there's a reason why. It's kind of like people who own a winery. If they try wine from other places, they know what's good and what isn't. They're very trained. They have a lot of education on wine. For me, I've worked in fragrance for years. And let me tell you, friendos, vanilla is one of those scents that's very easy to source. And you can get a good vanilla easily. However, one dead giveaway of a company trying to cut corners on prices is a cheap vanilla, and a lot of companies do cheap vanilla. And it's like, no, you could have just paid a little bit more and not sacrifice the product. But no, you had to go and do the cheap vanilla. So rant over, this is a good vanilla. It almost smells dessert-like and just rich. So aromatic, so good. And this one is bold, you guys. This one is beast mode. It emanates off your body a good 4 or 5 feet away after 3 sprays. That's kind of my go-to. I do 3 sprays, usually twice on my wrist, 1 time on my neck, and it lasts a very long time. Now the scent changes over time. It becomes more and more vanilla the longer I wear it. And the liqueur smell is very strong at first, but it dies down after a couple hours. This next fragrance was a recent repurchase of mine, and it is Chloe Nomad. Now this fragrance is gorgeous, and it's one of those that you can't really put into any certain note category. It's just a chypre fragrance. It's very well rounded. You're gonna get earthy notes, you're gonna get floral notes, you're gonna get woodsy notes, citrusy notes. moss. It's very well rounded. Like I said, this is one that I absolutely need to look up the fragrances on because it's so well blended that it's hard to identify. You definitely get a musky feel, but it's clean at the same time. And I feel like this is one that you can just wear year round and it never feels off. So you'll get bergamot, lemon, orange, peach freesia, jasmine, oak moss, amber, a little bit of patchouli. I don't smell patchouli hardly at all in there. And then sandalwood. It's just the perfect combination. It's not too sweet. It smells mildly feminine, but I feel like a guy could pull this off as well. It's appropriate for work. It doesn't have a huge sillage. 2 or 3 feet away, someone would be able to smell the perfume on my skin. And this one lasts on me around 4 to 5 hours before I need to reapply. But yeah, it's just nice. It has a little clean smell to it too. Just hard to put into words. You need to try out a sample. Okay, so for our very last fragrance, this is one that I have purchased twice and given away twice. Not because I don't love it, but because people come to my house, they see it and it is a little work of art and then they want it. And I'm a softie and I give it away. So what I'm talking about is Sunflower Pop. This one has the very beautiful Van Gogh sunflowers painting on the bottle. It's so cute, sitting on your desk, sitting on your counter, and it's also just a delightful scent for fall. Most fall scents tend to be kind of heavy, not crisp and fresh, but this one is, but it still feels appropriate for autumn. So sunflower itself is not in the fragrance, although how they blend everything up, it really does smell like sunflowers. So you'll get a little bit of fruitiness in here. You're getting mandarin orange, you're getting some passion fruit. You get some bergamot, a little hint of honey. The honey comes through very nicely. It's not a cheap, nasty honey, because you guys know honey can be done wrong. Then you get the amber, you get the musk, and again, there's some nice little floral notes in there too. It just comes together and it smells like a sunflower without it actually being a sunflower. I thought about repurchasing this, but I'm thinking about just asking my mom for the bottle back because she hasn't used it one time. I asked her, I was like, are you liking that perfume? She's like, you know, I just haven't tried it on. I cry every time. So yeah, I might end up asking for it back. We'll see. And friendos, that concludes my list for today. I really hope you guys liked listening to 10 of my favorites that you could buy from Sephora. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the scents that I talked about, or if you would like to see more perfume videos on my channel, please let me know in the comment section down below. I really appreciate you guys clicking on this video, staying till the end. That is very generous of you to share that much of your time with me. I wish you all a fantastic rest of the day. Please don't forget to give this video a like if you did enjoy it. And of course, I hope you'll subscribe if you have not done so already, because if not, we'll both have to live in the sorrow of never knowing what could have been. All right, guys, have a great one. Bye.